At the end of the tribulation period, how many people are gathered at Armageddon against the Lord? Firstly, some background. We know that towards the end of the 7-year tribulation period, that the Lord indirectly leads those who war against him unto a place called Armageddon. The purpose is to cast them into the great winepress of his wrath. The main gathering is from Megiddo to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is just outside of Jerusalem. God uses this location as a winepress to squash them, as one would squash grapes. Yeshua is the one who would trample them at his coming. In Revelation 14 verse 20, the winepress was trodden outside the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. Therefore, hypothetically speaking, how many people would this be? There are 4 indicators. Number 1, the winepress. The winepress funnels the liquid into a single place. The existing rivers, or the riverbeds, could be the funnel, leading the blood into the main river Jordan, and then finally into the Dead Sea. Number 2, the blood. The blood extends 1,600 furlongs, which is 296 kilometers. Could this be the sum of all the rivers in that area? The sum of the river lengths within the Armageddon region, from Megiddo to the valley of Jehoshaphat, would be an average of 330 kilometers, which is close to the 296 kilometers in Revelation. The largest and longest river being the Jordan River. The average width of the Jordan River year-round, excluding flooding, is 30 meters at the riverbed. The other rivers that feed the Jordan River, we will estimate a 5 meters width. Therefore, the average width for the rivers could be 10 meters for 296 kilometers. Number 3, the height of the blood flows up to the horse's bridle. Therefore, the height of a Persian horse's bridle is 1.5 meters, and we need to assume that the width of 10 meters will be consistent for the entire height of 1.5 meters. Finally, number 4, the average adult has about 5 liters of blood. Therefore, the calculation would be as follows: 296,000 meters long, multiplied by a conservative width of 10 meters, multiplied by 1.5 meters high. This equals 4,440,000 cubic meters. We divide this by the average blood in adult, 0.005 cubic meters. It would equal an estimate of 0.9 billion people who will gather to fight against the Lord at Armageddon. What percentage of the people on earth at that time would this represent? First, we need to estimate how many people would be on earth at that time. Let us assume, for argument's sake, that the world tribulation starts in 2047. The world population chart estimates there will be approximately 10 billion people in 2050. We know that religious charts have Christians about 35% of the world's population, but it is more like 20%. Let's assume per Matthew 25 verses 1 to 12 that only 50% of these go in the rapture at the start. This would leave 9 billion people on earth. A further third of the remaining people will be killed by the plague of the 6th trumpet, thus 6 billion will remain. Let's assume the following deaths amount to 1 billion people. Beast and false prophet killing many who turn to God, the bitter water from wormwood. Then there are great earthquakes, and the great hail. This means approximately 5 billion people will be left on the earth. Therefore, 0.9 billion divided by 5 billion is about a fifth of the world's population will be gathered at Armageddon against the Lord. Yeshua is coming soon. Repent and be ready.
Don't forget to subscribe.